I'm gonna be the main event like no king was before. I'm brushing up, I'm looking down, I'm working on my roar.
Oh, you got me dancing. I just can't wait to be king. Welcome back. Decades later, The Lion King serves as one of the most celebrated animated films in history. I watched it back then. The team behind the iconic film is now celebrating its 30th anniversary, including actor Jason Weaver. He was a kid when he voiced all of the singing portions for young Simba. 30 years later, he's reflecting on his experience and the legacy behind The Lion King. And joining us on The Factor Uncensored tonight, we have a very special guest, the man himself, Jason Weaver. Jason, 30 years of The Lion King. It's got to be incredible. Does it seem like yesterday? What?
Oh no, Isaiah. It definitely seems like it was yesterday. As a matter of fact, speaking of The Lion King, again, I have to apologize to you and your guests for me having to do this interview in my car because I literally just left my vocal coach's house. And I got stuck in rush hour traffic, but I've been preparing for the 30th anniversary of The Lion King at the Hollywood Bowl. It's going to be an amazing show. I mean, to have this kind of like full circle moment where you have, members from the original cast that are going to be there, especially people that were who contributed as singing voices for the characters in the original animation film. That just to have everybody there performing live and to be celebrating the moment of being a part of, just classic cinema, iconic cinema. It's just it's an honor, and I'm so grateful to God for the opportunity to be able to perform in front of people, and actually to do these songs for the very first time. I'm going to be performing Hakuna Matata with Ernie and Nathan for the first time ever. So this is going to be really, really fun. So I'm very excited.
And has Lion King become a very big part of your life, or that was back then, this is now? How engrossing has it been in your life?
That's a great question. It's funny because when the picture originally came out in the 90s, times were different. We didn't have the internet. We didn't have social media. So, at the time, the people that were kind of thrust in the forefront of it all were like, stars that had, a certain amount of celebrity back then, or relevancy, if you want to call it that, such as like Jonathan Taylor Thomas and, Matthew Broderick and Whoopi Goldberg and all these other people that, were really mentioned when the film was first rolled out. But it's been interesting as of lately, and especially, I think, due in part to an interview that I did a while ago with DJ Vlad on his show, Vlad TV, where I had shared with people how my mother had negotiated the terms of my deal that, that I worked out with Disney and for The Lion King, and that went viral, I guess, in its own way, and that began to make people curious to learn more about the role that I played in The Lion King. And so, now you have a lot more people who are presenting, coming through with serious inquiries like, okay, well, what was this experience like? And how was it working with Elton John? How was it working, in the studio that day? So it's been a blessing. And I think, honestly, being able to enjoy it now at this age, at this stage in my life where I can, really reflect and appreciate the journey that I've been on, and in particular, the journey that I've been on with The Lion King. I think, it's just God's timing. And I honestly think it's much better that it's happened now than it did when, I was a kid. Mm-hmm. Because I think, the story in itself has served as a source of inspiration, especially for a lot of young Black performers and a lot of young, young professionals in the entertainment industry who are aspiring to do great things and at the same time also looking to do good business, to where they can look back on their experience of being in entertainment and not feel that they were taken advantage of. So, if my story in any kind of way serves as some form of inspiration for that, I'm just deeply honored and again, just thankful to God that I have this opportunity to tell my story and for it to be aligned with The Lion King and with Disney's legacy.
Absolutely, a very important story. And of course, you guys on May 24th and 25th will be at the Hollywood Bowl. And for those who would like to see it live, here's your chance to see it live. Are you excited about this performance? Obviously, you have many people you have worked with in the past now coming back 30 years later, from Jeremy Irons to Nathan Lane. It will be exciting, I'm sure.
Yes. Oh, I mean, it's gonna be very, very exciting. I mean, that's why I've been, taking the necessary time to prepare for it. Like I said, I just left my vocal coach's house, and because I wanted to refamiliarize myself with the material and just the energy of it all. And, just to kind of be at my best, because I will be on the stage with, Nathan and Ernie Savella. So, you really got to make sure those guys are premium performers. These guys are, stage actors and Broadway actors, and, they're amazing in their own right. So everything is big with them. So, I'm just making sure that I'm prepared for the moment. I know that I will be. I'm super excited just for the opportunity to connect with so many fans, of The Lion King from all different ages, all different walks of life. It's going to be a magical night. The show that Disney has put together, I won't go into detail about it, but the things that they shared with me, as it relates to wardrobe and the stage setting, it's just going to be just phenomenal. So, no, I'm very, very excited.
All right, sir, and we're looking forward to it, and congratulations on 30 years of The Lion King. Jason Weaver, thank you for joining us here on The Factor Uncensored.